Welcome to Tuesday, April 11th, 2020, page 163. Roman numerals, don't forget odd or even numbers. I'm not doing that for you. As you can see Daisy's feet. And now you can see Daisy. And now you can see Tiny also. Right? We're joined, and notice that they're keeping their distance. They're adhering to those rules with social distancing. And we are joined by someone else. And no, it's not the red marker, although we are going to use that. I'm going to change things around just slightly. Okay? And we are joined by someone else. And her name is Spot. Spot the leopard. Say hello, Spot. Too shy? Okay, that's all right. You're going to enjoy this, I hope. Okay, let's get right into the spelling words here. If you could just move. Oh, I didn't even have to ask you. Well, thank you very much. You're so polite. Okay, I could see your whiskers. So you're still in the camera. Daisy's being a little shy right now, but we do need to keep our distance. We do need to adhere to that. We need to listen to that. Okay, so the first word is actually the second word. Okay, and the word is occupy. What's the word? Great. Occupy. Okay? Basically, occupy means to take up space or to take up a certain place. So, for example, an elephant will occupy a large area. It will take up a lot of space in that area. We all have had this. Many thoughts occupy my mind. Okay? You know, right now, the COVID virus is occupying a lot of people's thoughts. Okay? Occupy. So it's number 2. Let's go. Occupy. No, what do you? No, it's not something that you eat. An octopus pie. Stop being that, Daisy. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, now your friends are laughing. Oh, really? Okay. Anyway, you know what? Okay, that's good. So occupy. Let's go. Occupy. Remember, English words don't end with I. We haven't done that for a long time. So let's go. Q. Yeah, I agree, Daisy. I think some of the kids wrote the letter Q or just or Q and U. Occupy. Occupy. Okay? So now we're going to take a different color from now on, if I can remember. How do we mark this up? Exactly. Underline the U and think about it. Right, third sound, occupy. So the U can say U at the end of a syllable, right? That is rule 4. And English words don't end with U. We haven't done this for a long time. That is rule 6. I kind of think rule 4 and rule 6 are cool, are really interesting. Excuse me, got something caught. Because they look like their counterparts. They look like they're opposites, although my rule 4 technically looks like rule N. Okay, so remember, the words that end with I, we change the Y to an I, and in this case, we're going to put it in the past tense. It's occupied. Okay? So is this seat occupied? Is this seat taken? Occupied. Just say occupied and write it. Don't forget to dot your I. Okay, so we change the Y to an I and add ED. 2 underlines on that D. And we change the Y to an I. That's right, that is rule 15, which is a multiple of 3 and 5. What do we do with these 2 words? Exactly. And don't limit yourself. Occupy, occupying, occupied, occupies. All right, so the next word, we are going to skip down. I don't want to mess with your whiskers there, Spot. Is the word expense. What's the word? Exactly, expense. And that's something that you have to pay for. All right, so for example, sometimes families, when they want to go on a vacation, they'll discuss it. Can we afford the expense? Can we afford how much money to pay for this? All right, but sometimes, for example, we think of it in terms of money, but an expense is something, a lesson. You don't do something at somebody else's expense. You don't take advantage of somebody at their expense where they lose out. Okay, and remember the letter S cannot follow the letter X. Okay, expense. Let's go. Expense. Expense. No, it's not Vice President Pence. Expense. Okay, so let's go. I think I just knocked Tiny over a little bit. Look at that. Yeah, she just fell over a little bit. Okay, expense. Got to move out of the way a little bit. Number 4. Expense. Expense. So we have one thing to mark up. Almost forgot. Thank you for reminding me, Spot. You're really on the money. Exactly. Underline the silent E. Job number 5, party crasher. Now, of course, we all know it sounds like a certain type of word where you have to pay for something and you have to pay very, very heavily or very dearly for it. When it's a lot of money, you got it. Expensive. Let's go. Expensive. V. No. V silent E. You got it. Expensive. Expensive. So how do we... Whoa, I just knocked Daisy over. There you go, Daisy. How do we mark this up? Exactly. Underline the V and the silent E twice. Job number 2. What do we do with these 2 words? Beautiful. Brace. All right. So we're going to learn a new rule today with an old spelling word. Skip down to number 6. It's the word begin. What's the word? Exactly. And we had a vocabulary word the other day that was a great one for begin, which was to... I think I hear somebody say, oh, I heard all 3 of you say, great, exactly, commence. Begin. Begin. All right, so how do we mark this up? Underline the E. The E can say E at the end of a syllable. That is rule 4. Oh, I like the colors too. I like the difference. It brings a little extra attention to it. And the next word is the word beginning. What's the word? Beginning, exactly. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, right? If you read your Bible, for those who do read that. In the beginning of the story, right? At the start of the story, when the story commenced, when it began. Okay, so, beginning. 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 So let's go. That got messed up. Beginning. So yes, what did you notice we did? You guys got it. Exactly. We doubled a letter. And yet it's not the 1-1-1 rule. It can't be the 1-1-1 rule because it's not one syllable. So how do we mark this up? Let's go. Underline the E and the ng. Okay, the E can say E at the end of a syllable. That is rule 4. And put a comma because we have one more rule. So the word begin has 2 syllables, right? Okay, actually don't put a comma, do this. Okay? Begin has 2 syllables, but in the second syllable, it has 1 vowel and 1 consonant. And the accent is on the second syllable, beginning. So we call that the 2-1-1-2 rule. The 2-1-1-2 rule. And I have very little space. That is rule 2. 2 syllables, 1 vowel, one consonant at the end, and the accent is on the second syllable. Beginning. So again, 2 syllables, 1 vowel, 1 consonant at the end, and the accent is on the second syllable. Begin. That's rule 12, okay? And that's going to come up a lot. What do we do with these 2 words? Exactly. Brace. Think about the word beginner. It's got 2 N's in there, right? So let's review. And let's go. Let's begin at the end. Ha, 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 ha. Okay. It's not as corny as your jokes, Daisy. And wait till you hear some of Tiny's jokes. Oh, boy. Okay, so let's go. Begin. Begin. Beginning. Beginning. Expense. Excuse me. Expense. Expense. Expensive. Expensive. Occupy. Occupy. Occupied. Okay, think of those who speak Spanish. Ocupado. Right? All right, so have fun with those. It's going to be a tough one.